Next step is to remove the carpet matting. And then remove the staples that were holding it down. Okay, once the stairs have been swept clean, it's time to start measuring for the planks to go in here. So you get these little brackets and you set one side to be square and then you push it up, basically like that, hold it in place, and tighten it down. Not too tight, this is your plastic, they'll just snap off. Just like that. You get your measurement. Okay, once you set the measurement, square up your right side, and then you can mark your left side. I'm just cutting the left side since that's the side, if it's not totally perfect, it's not really visible from when you're walking through the house. Just like that. Now that we've got it all measured, we'll cut this end off and then we'll check it to make sure it's all squared up inside. Okay, before you start staining, I'd recommend pre-drilling your holes. You can use finishing nails, and then afterwards you can recess them and use a marker pen putty to fill in the holes and get this. You can get the same color as your stain. Okay, so we used, was it Minwax pre-stain? Let it sit for a half hour. Now it's time to stain.
Use your old socks.
Old socks work wonders, but to wipe off, keep on using new socks so that the stain is even throughout all the stair treads.
Sterile technique.
Sterile.
There. Good.
Oh, watch out for that. We are using espresso. Final step for coat number 1 of the varnish. We'll apply 1 coat today. If there are any bubbles in it after this coat, then we'll lightly sand it with probably 2000 grit sandpaper. I'll have to confirm that.
I'm not doing that.
But you can just apply it with these little foam brushes. Seem to work very well. Or you can use the fine bristle paint brushes.
I think I'm done.
That looks good. Next step is to paint the tread backboards for each step on the stairs And I do not have a tray right now, so just making do with what I have. And we're just doing a thin coat. It'll dry fast, and then we'll apply a second coat. Next step is to install the tread back plate. You can see here I added some little shim blocks to push it out so that the tread butts up right against it. Seamless. Use the screwdriver to get up so that you know. Now, after installing the back planks and recessing the finishing nails, putting putty in, I applied a final coat of paint, semi-gloss, make it easier to clean when needed. And at the same time, you can clean your sideboards or whatnot as you're going up before you put everything in place. Now I'm going to install each of the treads. First I'll apply Loctite Premium down to keep it in place, hopefully keep it from making any noise. And I'll pre-drill. I pre-drilled the holes already. I'm going to pre-drill down into this hardwood to make sure I don't bend any of the finishing nails. After that I'll countersink them, and then I have a brown putty, and then finally a little dab of varnish on top of them, keep it from breaking loose. So here we go. That one's labeled number 1. Make sure you label them. Each of them will measure out when you go to install them. You want to make sure they fit nice and pretty close to flush. You want a little bit of a gap. That way when the wood expands in the wintertime, you won't be pushing super hard or buckling or anything. Compress it down a little bit. That way it doesn't shift around. Make sure it's all the way back up against your backboard. There we go. And then just continue on. Loctite, finishing nails, set it down. Here are the products my wife and I use to prep the oak treads. Pre-stain, and then wood finish, and then we finished it off with polyurethane. And here are the treads that we used, and the backboards. And then finished off the backboards with some white paint. Used a nice fine 2-inch angled paintbrush. Worked very well, nice and smooth. And then we used the Loctite PL Max Premium to apply before laying down the treads.